In his 14-year career, Alex Cora played for 6 teams and appeared at 6 positions. He was known mostly as a middle infielder, but as his career evolved, so did his reputation. He came to be known as a winning player, someone who could be counted on to fill any role, a trait that would lead to his next career in baseball. You've played so many different roles, everyday player, backup player. When does a player like you, Alex, begin to think, maybe I want to manage someday?
Towards the end of my career, when you and other guys will come up to me and like, what do you think about coaching? At that point, I was 33, 34, and I'm like, they're pushing me out of the game, you know? Like, I hated the conversation.
Alex was always ready to do whatever you ask him to do. When you get a guy that's a bench player that can play multiple days, or he'll go pick somebody up in a blowout game and it's not beneath him, those are qualities that separate guys, and Alex certainly had those.
There was a point in my career that I wasn't even a platoon guy or a utility guy, I was just a veteran. At that time, you have to teach the game to the young guys.
One of those young players was Dustin Pedroia. In the spring of 2007, Pedroia was a top prospect that the Red Sox planned to be their starting second baseman.
They had these meetings in spring training. It was Theo, Tito, and myself, and they told me this was going to happen. The first month and a half, you're going to play probably 4 times a week, while Dustin, he catches up with the speed of the game. But then after that, he's going to be probably your best hitter, and he's going to play, and then you're going to go back to be the utility guy. And little that we know, I had a great April, May.
That is the 5th triple of the season for Alex Cora.
And Dustin, he was hitting 120.
Dustin had such a tough time starting the year, and Alex was on fire. He was just raking. I told Alex, I said, hey man, look, I know this is hard. This kid is gonna be the second baseman, and you have to help him.
We're in the cage, and he keeps pulling the ball, and I'm like, Petey, you know that there's green on the other side, you know, you can't go the other way. They're like, oh, okay. And it was this Canadian pitcher, Rietsma, throws a fastball to Petey, and he's a liner to right field. And he's like, okay. And then we go to Minnesota, and he faces Johan Santana.
Swinging a little looper, right center field. It's going to drop for a base hit.
Pedroia gets a single. Swinging a high fly ball deep to left field. And it's going to drop fair, just inside the line. Dustin Pedroia with an RBI double.
By the end of that road trip, he went from like 180 to 225, like that. And then he became the starter, I became the backup guy, and we did our thing in 07.
Game over, series over, and the Red Sox are world champs again.
You said we did that thing in 07. You won the World Series, Alex.
Yeah.
Let's face it, that's your first World Series ring. What was that experience like for you? Everybody dreams of winning the World Series, and it came to you in 07.
It was amazing. At that moment, I was like, I wish my dad was here. There's a room in Coors Field, and I literally went there and I just cried for like 10 minutes.
Why?
Because World Series, that's what we work for. This is what we do. And for him not to be with us in that moment, that day was a tough one too.
Alex played 4 more seasons before retiring and returning home to Caguas. There he began his second career in baseball as manager and general manager of the Winter League team. After 1 season, he made a difficult choice. You fired yourself, and you said you needed to find a better balance, and if I ever do this job another time,
I'm gonna have fun.
You'd have to have fun.
Yes.
Tell me about learning that lesson.
First time managing at any level. I was good on the field. I was teaching the game, putting them in situations to be successful, but I was hard on myself. I was hard on the coaching staff. I'm a perfectionist, but I took it to extreme. Everything was baseball, baseball, baseball. And I did tell myself, I said, somebody's going to give you a shot, either in the minor leagues or at the big league level. Make sure you have fun with it.
The chance Alex anticipated arrived in the winter of 2016. Houston Astros manager A.J. Hinch offered him the job of bench coach.
Alex has always had a reputation of being a great baseball mind, someone who could do anything in the game.
Look on that one.
You hear from different people, hey, you guys would be a great match. You hear this would be a perfect setup for you, balances you out. When you get opportunities, you always look around to see who fills those, and Alex was always somebody that I was interested in working with.
When he offered me the job, I didn't hesitate. Not only because that's what I wanted to do, but at the same time, everybody knows how the Astros do things. And although I was catching up with information and data, going into that situation, it was gonna be beneficial for my career. I wanted to know everything, from the pitching side of it to the hitting side of it, defense.
While the Astros were known for their reliance on analytics, Alex quickly learned there was more to their approach than numbers.
The first thing was connection. You had to connect. Ownership, front office, analytics staff, medical staff. You have to connect. If we become one team, then the players buy into it. If they see that there's a separation between the analytics and the coaching staff and the medical staff and the coaching staff, and they're like, no, this is not gonna work. They do an outstanding job over there, making it seem like it's one.
It all came together for the Astros in the fall of 2017.
The Houston Astros are world champions.
He was the first person I hugged when we won. He's somebody that I know the players appreciated, our coaching staff appreciated. That whole postseason was very interesting for us because he was interviewing for about every job that was open, managerial-wise. But he stayed focused with us and was a great sounding board for me as I had to make a ton of decisions that were high stress. You always remember certain people for certain reasons. I don't know if I've ever been around someone with a better baseball mind than Alex Cora.